Welcome to Coins Action, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary stories. From rare Sacagawea dollars to historic Susan B. Anthony pieces, Eisenhower giants, and presidential dollars, we uncover the hidden value that most people overlook. Join us as we explore minting secrets, record-breaking auctions, and coins worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you think all modern coins are common, think again. Your pocket change could be a hidden treasure. Stay tuned, because at Coins Action, every coin tells a story, and every story could change your collection forever. Coin number 1. Most people look at a gold-colored Sacagawea $1 coin and think it has no real value. Many of these coins today look dark, stained, or even blackened from age and use. Some appear rough or rusty from being stored in poor conditions. To most people, that kind of coin feels useless. But one rare version of the 2000p Sacagawea dollar proved that even a worn, dark coin can be worth life-changing money. The 2000p Sacagawea dollar was the very first year this design was released. The United States Mint pushed it hard, hoping Americans would start using dollar coins again. Millions were made at the Philadelphia Mint and rushed into circulation. Banks handled them in large bags, machines counted them again and again, and most coins were never protected. That is why so many examples today show heavy wear, dark toning, black shading, and damaged surfaces. On the front of the coin is Sacagawea, carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste. The design honors her role in helping guide the Lewis and Clark expedition. The image is calm and respectful, but most coins no longer show sharp details because the metal used for these dollars marks easily. Over time, the golden color fades, and the surface can turn brown, black, or uneven. This is completely normal for circulated Sacagawea dollars. The back of the coin was meant to show a soaring eagle, symbolizing freedom. Almost every 2000p Sacagawea dollar has this design. Because so many were made, a normal example is still worth only $1 today, even if it looks old, dark, or heavily worn. Condition alone does not make this coin rare. But during production in 2000 something extraordinary happened. A very small number of Sacagawea dollars were struck with the wrong reverse design. Instead of the eagle meant for the dollar coin, they were accidentally struck with the reverse die of a Washington quarter. This created what collectors call a mule coin, a coin made from two dies that were never supposed to be used together. This was not a small mistake. It was a major error that should never have left the mint. Somehow, a few of these coins escaped into circulation. Some were handled like normal coins. Some developed wear, black toning, or rough surfaces over time. Yet none of that mattered once experts confirmed what they were. Only a handful of these 2000p Sacagawea mule dollars are known today. Every single one has been carefully studied and authenticated. Their rarity is extreme. Even coins that are circulated, dark, or black shaded remain priceless because the error itself is what matters. When one of these mule dollars appeared at public auction, it shocked the entire coin world. Collectors, museums, and investors competed fiercely. Bidding climbed higher and higher until the final price reached over $189,000, with another verified sale reaching nearly $194,000. These are real auction results, not estimates or guesses. Collectors did not pay that amount because the coin was shiny or perfect. They paid because it should not exist at all. A once-in-a-generation minting mistake turned an ordinary dollar into one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever sold. This leads to an important lesson. Not every 2000p Sacagawea dollar is valuable. Most are common, even if they are dark, rusty, or worn. The six-figure value belongs only to the mule error with the Washington quarter reverse. A normal coin, no matter its color or condition, is still worth face value unless it has a rare feature. This story also teaches collectors never to clean coins. On rare error coins, originality is everything. Cleaning destroys surface evidence and can permanently ruin value. A dark, ugly coin can still be priceless if it carries the right mistake. If you ever find a 2000p Sacagawea dollar, always check the reverse carefully. If you see the Washington quarter eagle instead of the normal design, stop immediately. Do not clean it. Protect it and have it professionally checked. The final truth is simple. This coin is not valuable because it is gold color. It is not valuable because it is modern. It is valuable because one impossible mistake created a six-figure legend. That is how a worn, Blacktone dollar coin became worth more than $189,000 and why small details can change everything. Next up, we're turning our attention to a coin that most people think is ordinary, the 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar. At first glance, it looks like any other dollar coin, common and easy to find in change. Many Americans use them without a second thought, and for decades, collectors often overlooked them entirely. But hidden among the millions minted in 1979 is a small variety that quietly became the most valuable of the entire Susan B. Anthony series, surprising even the most experienced collectors. The 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar was the very first year this coin was released. First-year coins often hold secrets that aren't immediately obvious, and this coin is no exception. At first glance, all $1,979 show Susan B. Anthony on the front, with her strong, dignified profile, and an eagle landing on the back. But one tiny difference in design completely changed the story of this series. During production, the mint created two slightly different versions. The first is known as the narrow rim or far date, which is the coin most people have seen, spent, or saved. The date sits farther from the rim, and the rim itself is thinner and less pronounced. This coin is extremely common and, in circulated condition, is usually worth just face value. Even uncirculated examples are not especially rare unless they survive in top mint state condition. The second version, however, is where the real excitement begins. This is the wide rim, also called the near date. On these coins, the date sits closer to the rim, and the rim is thicker and more clearly defined. This subtle difference happened because the mint adjusted the design early in production. A limited number of wide rim coins escaped before the change was finalized, making them far scarcer than the common narrow rim examples. Condition matters more than many people realize. In circulated coins, both the narrow rim and wide rim often look worn, dull, or darkened from use. But when a wide rim survives in high mint state, it can reach extraordinary values. Sharp details, bright surfaces, and untouched fields make collectors eager to bid. Even a small improvement in condition can send the price climbing quickly. For perspective, high-grade narrow rim coins have sold for impressive amounts at auction. Verified sales of MS-67 narrow rim examples reached over $138,000, showing that condition alone can create strong value, even without a rare variety. But the wide rim near date takes this to another level. One 1979p wide rim graded MS-67 Plus sold through a major auction for over $164,000, making it the most expensive regular issue Susan B. Anthony dollar ever recorded. That sale is fully verified and demonstrates that even a small design change can transform an ordinary dollar into a six-figure collector trophy. Collectors do not pay these prices because the coin is old or widely circulated. They pay because of the scarcity and significance of the design variety. The wide rim is rare, documented, and highly sought after. Reference guides may suggest even higher theoretical values for the finest known examples, but confirmed auction results remain the safest indicator for collectors. This brings us to an important warning. Not every 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar is valuable. The narrow rim is common. The wide rim is scarce. And within either type, condition is critical. Dark spots, scratches, or surface damage can reduce value dramatically. Cleaning a coin is especially dangerous. It removes original surfaces, destroys natural luster, and can make even a rare wide rim nearly worthless. Originality is everything. If you have a 1979p Susan B. Anthony dollar, examine it carefully. Look at the distance between the date and the rim. Study the thickness of the rim itself. Compare it to known examples, and pay attention to sharpness, brightness, and whether the coin appears untouched. A professional grading service can confirm the variety and assign a mint state grade, which is essential if your coin is a wide rim near date. The lesson here is simple but powerful. The Susan B. Anthony dollar series is not valuable because it is old. It is not valuable because it's circulated. It is valuable because small design differences combined with high-quality condition created hidden rarities. That is why a single 1979p wide rim dollar can sell for over $164,000 while most other examples remain worth only $1. It shows that collectors need to pay attention to details that almost everyone misses. If you think you might have one of these coins, share the date, mint mark, and your observations about the rim in the comments. Your information helps the community learn together and can uncover new examples of these hidden treasures. This is Coins Action, where real coin knowledge meets real market truth, and even coins that seem ordinary at first glance can become highly sought-after collector treasures. Next up is a coin that many people overlook because it feels familiar, heavy and ordinary. The 1971 Eisenhower $1 coin with the D mint mark is large, easy to recognize, and often dismissed as nothing more than old pocket change. Many people assume it is common, modern and worth only face value. But collectors know this coin tells a very different story once you look closer. The 1971 D Eisenhower dollar was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was going through major changes. The country was coming out of the 1960s, the space race was still fresh in people's minds, and Dwight D. Eisenhower remained a respected national figure. This coin was part of America's return to large dollar coins after many years of smaller, lighter designs. Millions were made, and the mint focused on speed and volume, not careful handling. At first glance, the design looks bold and simple. On the front, Dwight D. Eisenhower faces left with strong features meant to reflect leadership and strength. On the back, an eagle is shown landing on the moon, holding an olive branch. This design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission and symbolizes peace after great achievement. It is one of the most patriotic designs ever used on a U.S. coin. Because these coins are so large and heavy, they were difficult to protect from damage. After being struck, they were dropped into large canvas bags, where hundreds of coins smashed into each other again and again. This caused deep contact marks, scratches, and dull surfaces almost immediately. Eisenhower's cheek, jawline, and the open fields around his portrait were especially easy to damage. Even coins that were never spent often show heavy marks just from storage. That is why most 1971 D Eisenhower dollars are very common today. In worn or average condition, they usually sell for only a small amount above face value. Even many coins that appear uncirculated fail close inspection because bag marks ruin their surfaces. To the average person, these coins all look the same. To collectors, the differences are everything. What makes this coin special is not rarity by mintage, but rarity by survival. When collectors look for top examples, the population drops sharply. Finding a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar with strong original luster, clean fields, and very few marks is far harder than most people expect. At higher mint state levels, especially MS66 and above, the number of known examples becomes very small. Advanced collectors study these coins carefully. They examine Eisenhower's cheek for even the smallest hit. They look at the open fields for distracting marks. They check the strength of the cartwheel luster and make sure it has not been dulled by cleaning or polishing. One tiny scratch can mean the difference between a common coin and a true collector prize. This is where value enters the picture. In average condition, this coin is ordinary. But in high grades, it becomes competitive. Certified examples of the 1971 D Eisenhower dollar graded MS66 and higher have sold for hundreds of dollars. When the grade reaches MS67, prices can move into four-figure territory, depending on eye appeal and overall quality. One documented auction result showed a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar in very high mint state condition selling for over $2,000. That sale was real, verified, and handled by a major auction house. It proved that this coin is not just a theory or hype, but a real condition rarity when preserved at the highest levels. Price guides often list even higher numbers for the finest known examples. Some estimates suggest that a top-quality MS67 1971 D Eisenhower dollar could reach well into the five-figure range if the right coin meets the right buyers. These are not guaranteed prices, but they show how thin and competitive the market becomes at the top. This is where many people get confused. Not every 1971 D Eisenhower dollar is valuable. Most are common. Dark, scratched, cleaned, or polished coins will never reach high values. Cleaning is especially damaging, because it removes original surfaces and destroys collector trust. Once a coin is cleaned, it is permanently disqualified from the highest collector levels. If you believe you have a special example, look closely. Strong original shine, minimal marks on the cheek, clean open fields, and an overall fresh appearance are key signs. If the coin looks unusually clean for its size and age, professional grading is the next important step. The market only pays strong money when condition is confirmed by experts. The final truth surprises many people. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar is not rare because of how few were made, but because of how few survived without damage. That is why a coin many people ignore can quietly become a four-figure collector piece. Modern does not mean worthless, and big does not mean common. This coin reminds collectors that condition changes everything. If you have one, take a careful look and share what you see. Sometimes the most overlooked coins carry the most unexpected stories. Next up, we're turning our focus to a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, the 2007 P. James Madison Presidential $1 coin. Most people see this coin in their pocket change and assume it is just another modern dollar with little collector value. Many of these coins are handled heavily, and over time they often develop dark shading, black toning, or even rusty patches from storage or circulation. To the casual eye, they appear worn and common. But behind that ordinary surface hides a story that can make this coin worth over $173,500 in the right circumstances. The 2007 P. James Madison dollar is the fourth coin in the United States presidential $1 series, released to honor the fourth president. By this time, the series was well known, and the mint was producing millions of coins each year to supply banks, vending machines, and collectors. The mint at Philadelphia, marked with the P Mint mark, struck this coin in massive quantities, which meant most of these coins ended up in circulation. Because of the high numbers, the average Madison dollar is still only worth face value today. Yet a small group of coins survived the years in remarkable condition or, in rare cases, were struck with minor errors that make them extraordinarily valuable. The obverse of the coin shows James Madison, the fourth President of the United States and the father of the Constitution. His face is carved in detail, with a calm, thoughtful expression that reflects his historic importance. His name and presidential term, 1809 to 1817, are clearly inscribed. On the reverse, the standard presidential $1 design appears, a powerful eagle soaring with a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, representing strength and peace. At first glance, there is nothing to suggest rarity, yet subtle differences in striking, errors, or preservation can make all the difference in value. Condition is critical when it comes to Madison dollars. Many coins have been handled heavily over the years. You might find dark toning, black shading, or rusty patches on circulated examples. These coins may also show scratches, nicks, or flattening on the high points, especially around Madison's profile or the eagle on the reverse. Most collectors would dismiss these as just another modern dollar, but even in such circulated condition, there are ways for a coin to carry incredible value. Some coins survived with strong strikes, sharp details, and almost untouched surfaces under natural toning, making them extremely desirable. Now, rarity is not only about surviving circulation. Some 2007 P. Madison dollars are known to have minor minting errors, including weak strikes, doubled lettering, or even subtle die cracks. These variations occurred because, during the high-speed production at the Philadelphia Mint, slight misalignments and mechanical errors occasionally happened. While most went unnoticed, a handful of these error coins escaped the mint and entered circulation, sometimes ending up in the hands of collectors unaware of their hidden significance. High-grade examples of the 2007 P. Madison dollar with such features have become extremely rare. Verified auction results show that coins in MS-67 or higher, particularly those with minor minting anomalies or exceptional preservation, can reach six-figure prices. One remarkable Madison dollar, certified in MS-67 Plus and showing pristine detail despite some natural dark toning, sold at auction for $173,500. This result stunned collectors and proved that even modern coins can command values comparable to some historic rarities. It is important to understand why collectors are willing to pay such high amounts. They are not paying for the metal. This coin is mostly manganese brass, with little intrinsic gold value. They are not paying for age, because a 2007 coin is modern. They are paying for rarity, condition, and historical significance. A coin that survived heavy circulation, retained sharp design details, and was properly authenticated becomes a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. The combination of scarcity and demand pushes prices far higher than the ordinary dollar in circulation. Even circulated examples can attract attention if the surfaces are naturally toned and the relief remains strong. Some coins display subtle black shading or brown spots, which might make them appear less attractive at first glance. But for collectors, such toning is natural and original, proving the coin was never cleaned or altered, an important factor in determining auction value. Originality and natural surfaces are always more valuable than coins that have been polished or tampered with. Another reason collectors pay high prices for these coins is the presidential series itself. Many collectors aim to complete the full set of 45 presidential dollars. Finding coins in top condition for each president is a challenge, and high-grade James Madison dollars are among the hardest to locate. When a rare coin appears at auction, it can ignite fierce competition, as multiple collectors may be bidding at once, driving prices to impressive heights. Errors and anomalies make certain coins even more remarkable. Coins with double dies, minor planchet flaws, or strong striking variations are considered historic accidents of the mints process. Even circulated examples with such errors, including minor misalignment or unusual toning patterns, can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, because these features make the coin a certified rarity. If you find a 2007 James Madison dollar, handle it carefully. Examine the sharpness of Madison's features and the clarity of the eagle on the reverse. Look for crisp lettering, clear edges, and natural toning that has developed over time. If the coin appears unusual, untouched, or has any kind of striking anomaly, it is wise to seek professional authentication immediately. Proper grading ensures your coin is recognized in the marketplace and protects its value. The story of the 2007 Madison dollar shows an important lesson: don't judge a coin by its surface alone. Even a dark, rusty, or black-toned coin can be worth a fortune if it survived in strong relief, displays sharp details, or has a verified minting anomaly. Cleaning or polishing will destroy value. Originality matters above all else. This is why a modern dollar coin can sell for $1,73500 even in naturally toned or lightly circulated condition. In conclusion, the 2007 James Madison presidential dollar teaches collectors to look closely at modern coins. These coins are not valuable because they are old or rare in the traditional sense. Their worth comes from survival in exceptional condition, minor minting errors, and proper authentication. Whether your coin is shiny or naturally darkened, a careful evaluation can reveal hidden treasures that might seem impossible at first. At Coins Action, we believe every coin tells a story. From historic rarities to modern surprises, every piece has the potential to teach, inspire, and even change lives. If you have a 2007 James Madison dollar or any presidential dollar, check its condition, study the details, and never assume its value based on appearance alone. Share your observations in the comments. Your information helps the entire collector community stay informed and connected. Remember, this is Coins Action, where real coin knowledge meets real market truth, and where even a modern dollar can turn into a six-figure collector treasure. Stay curious, handle your coins carefully, and keep learning, because sometimes, the coins we overlook are the ones worth the most.